My name is Gabriella Tonietto. I'm an assistant professor of marketing at Rutgers Business School. I study consumer behavior, consumer psychology. My research is really focused on how different behaviors are going to affect our enjoyment, our well-being, as well as how we perceive, think about, and ultimately consume our time. In a recent paper, I looked at with a few of my colleagues how scheduling can actually influence the way we perceive our upcoming time, our free time, and choose to consume it throughout the day. What we really were looking at was how scheduling is going to impact the decisions we make about our time throughout the day. So while we know that scheduling an individual task helps to get that task done, what we don't know is how it might actually influence the way we think about and ultimately make decisions about our free time. And what we find in that paper is that in that time leading up to a scheduled task, or what we call bounded time, compared to time that doesn't have a scheduled task that's upcoming, that's lingering or looming in the future, or what we refer to as unbounded time, that same amount of time actually starts to feel like less once we have that looming boundary in the future, and that this actually leads us to be less productive during our available time. So it seems to have big implications for actually productively taking advantage of this scarce resource, our available free time. So when we have a boundary, that automatically can produce this feeling that we have less time and that we're less able to use it. So by scheduling back to back, you can help to combat that. Another way that is helpful is to think about scheduling earlier on in the day, but leaving larger chunks of the day, perhaps in the afternoon, more flexible, more unbounded. So when you find that scheduling in and of itself is not perfectly under your control, to use those strategies, we do find then that you can think about the tasks you're trying to accomplish within that free time differently to help you get started. So in particular, when you're faced with that looming upcoming task, you're feeling that time pressure, you feel like you can't get going, one strategy is actually to think about that task you want to do and break it up into its subtasks. So that's a great way to actually just get yourself going, and hopefully that will snowball and you'll realize you actually have more time than you might have realized and can get more done than you might have otherwise.